Hi everybody, Robert Dyer, and welcome to the Robert Dyer channel Christmas Countdown, where I have another brand new product for the holiday season from Hostess. Holy smokers, I just saw these the other day in an Instagram ad from Hostess. It's brand new Triple Chocolate Brownies. Not just brownies, but triple chocolate. Apparently it's the chocolate brownie itself, chocolate frosting on top, and chocolate chips on the inside of the brownie. I want to zoom in on the packaging here. You see it points out the decadent chocolate chips. Triple chocolate, new. And we have this mascot here, very strange, with it appears to be a female, but with a red t-shirt, white gloves, athletic socks, and tennis shoes. Doesn't really make much sense for a food product. I don't get it. We're keeping it real. They dropped the G. It means they're real serious. Real chocolate, no high fructose corn syrup, no artificial colors or flavors. It seems like these are actually not bad as far as the nutrition. You got 18 grams of sugar. And then what's really interesting, holy smokers, this is kind of a big deal because this is the first time Hostess has shown Fruit Pie the Magician in many, many years. For some bizarre reason, they will not show him. They're showing all the mascots. And then it says, help name the newest member of the Hostess family. So, I have no idea what kind of a name would fit this character, but my God, why is Fruit Pie the Magician not on the pie packages anymore? Well, I think now we can see why the nutrition facts look relatively good, because this is not that big of a brownie, folks. This is my hand next to it. This is about half of what a brownie should be, in my opinion. I am very curious as to what this drizzle is on the top. Ordinarily I would think it was peanut butter, could be caramel, and then there we have a little crack on this corner here, flaw from the factory. But overall it looks pretty good, although this does not look like an authentic brownie top. It's like a frosted top. Now, I consider myself a brownie aficionado and expert. Brownie sundae is by far my favorite dessert to order in restaurants, and so I'm very much a traditionalist when it comes to brownies. That certain type of top you have, and it's got to be a dense brownie, not a cake brownie. That's a big thing for me. Please, no cake brownies, please. Now, the history of brownies goes back to 1893. They were invented in the great city of Chicago. I don't know if anybody's watching in Chicago tonight. You can comment down below. But of course, the Windy City, the Palmer House Hotel, and it was Bertha Palmer who got onto some kind of ladies committee at the Columbian Exposition in 1893 in Chicago, basically a World's Fair kind of event. Coincidentally, at this exposition, they introduced Juicy Fruit Gum and Pabst Blue Ribbon beer, so this was a pretty big convention in my opinion. Bertha Palmer asked the chefs at the hotel, make me a dessert that can be put into box lunches for the women's pavilion. and so their solution was the brownie. And now we are going to find out 120 years later, 127 years later. My God, what have they done? So this does have a, definitely has, I wouldn't call it a brownie aroma. It's more like a chocolate cupcake aroma. Very chocolatey and fudgy aroma. Let's go ahead and see how it tastes. Well, my first impression is not overwhelmingly good. Seems in a way they're translating dense as dry. This is, so far, it seems to me like more of a cake style brownie, which is already setting off the alarms. The top does not have the sort of dry, crackly top that a brownie should have, and instead it has this frosting on top of the cake. The frosting is essentially, it's almost indistinguishable from a chocolate cupcake from Hostess. Drizzle on top seems to be vaguely a caramel flavor, but there's no caramel ingredient on the ingredient list. So again, the cake in the second bite, it is cake by my estimation. A brownie's supposed to be dense but not dry, and I think it should be a little more rich than this as well.
That mascot's a train wreck. Fucking Gene Wilder stuck in the bathroom on Silver Street, train wreck.
Well, it seemed to me that I think Hostess spent a little too much time in the focus group to have a woke new mascot, as opposed to a focus group on how do you make a real and great brownie. This does not deliver the traditional brownie, and then as far as a cake brownie, I guess it's pretty good, but it's still a little more dry than even a cake brownie should be, as much as I despise cake brownies. Another thing was they made a big point on the front here about the chocolate chips inside, and while I'm glad on the one hand they were not like rocks inside that are breaking your teeth apart, they seem to be very soft. On the other hand, there seem to be either very few of them or they're very low in flavor. That really should have been, if they were going to go with that concept, it should have been like Hershey Kisses exploding in your mouth, or at least as good as those Toll House chocolate chips you get in the bag to make the cookies. Should have really been a punch of chocolate flavor. And again, the frosting had that little drizzle on top, had very little impact either. So I'm going to say these taste good if you like the taste of chocolate and you like the chocolate cupcake frosting. That's pretty good too. But as far as a brownie, this was not a success in my opinion. I'm going to say if you like Hostess cupcakes, which I do, and you just want something that maybe is slightly more rich than a Hostess cupcake and that chocolate flavor, you could get away with 3 stars. But I'm going to say my great disappointment with all the hype about new brownies, triple chocolate brownies, I'm afraid I'm going to have to give this 2 stars. I was quite disappointed in those respects. By the way, please, Hostess, instead of worrying about woke new mascots, please bring back Fruit Pie the Magician. He is greatly missed. Hope you like this video. Share it with your friends. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time, tomorrow, on this Christmas countdown. Bye, everybody.